Hey, just a short video this week. I'd hoped to be more along with what I'm doing with the property, but this is probably the longest part of the entire build process for me because I am cutting down all the trees myself. I am going to put the road in myself. And the weather hasn't particularly gone along with the plan, so to speak. And then when it does get really, really nice, it just really is difficult to spend every single day and every single waking hour out there working on this project. Although I really need to start doing that. It is just gets really beautiful. Today is a great example. It's 72 degrees. It's June 11th, Tuesday, and this video will be posted tomorrow on June 12th, Wednesday. And it's gorgeous. I mean, it's just a beautiful day today. So bear with me. I'm going to try to make this one a shorter video. I guess I should probably talk about a couple of the things for the plans of the property going forward, or the plans of the house going forward. So my plan is to get the lot cleared, to get the road cut in, and to get the piers put in for the foundation, because it's going to sit on piers and posts, or piers and beams. And from that point forward, it should fly pretty darn good, because I should be able to get that thing framed up in relatively quick time. I am trying to do this all on a cash basis so that I don't have any bills when it's done. I will have some bills on some of the stuff going down the road. So I should let you know that it's going to be a dry cabin to begin with, because I will not have enough money this year probably to have a well put in. When I rent the equipment to do the road work, I'll probably put a hole in for the septic tank, but I probably won't put the septic tank in yet right away, if that makes sense, unless I can come up with a really good deal on a septic tank that'll be big enough for the cabin. So it'll be a dry cabin. It will not be connected to the grid, so it will not be an electrical cabin. There'll be no electricity in it. I will wire it as if it was connected to the grid. And then my plan is, and the only thing I'm probably going to finance, is to put in a 4 kilowatt solar system with a generator backup. And the way that it'll be set up, talking with the local solar guy up here, he can set it up so that I can set it to where when my batteries drop to a certain percentage, it will automatically kick off the remote start for the generator that I'm trying to buy, and that will bring the batteries back up to charge. Right now, there's no lack of energy for solar, especially where I want to put the cabin. To give you a good example, my day starts at 2:30 in the morning, Alaska Standard Time. So I wake up at 2:30 in the morning, fix a cup of coffee, and I'm usually out the door by 3:15 in the morning to head for work. I start work at 4 in the morning, get off work at noon every day. So I'm in bed roughly at 7-ish, 7:30 in the evening. I know, I'm an old guy too. But as I'm leaving for work at 3:15 in the morning, before I get to work, I'm watching the sunrise. Last night, for whatever reason, I woke up and it was probably, I think it was like 12:43 at night, and the sun was still up. It was just starting to set. So we're at a point right now where we have actual daylight, 21 out of 24 hours, and we still have a couple of weeks to go until we start swinging the other way. So the days are extremely long here in Alaska. Along with that, the mosquitoes are extremely vicious here in Alaska. So I have the one thing that Every guy has an Alaska, and we consider it aftershave this time of year. Bug dope, bug spray, because these things will just eat you alive. It's crazy how vicious they can be. So, like I said, long days. My day starts at 2 or 2:30 in the morning when I wake up, and then my work day ends when I get back home at about 12:30 or 1 o'clock. That's every day but Friday, because Fridays I do go out. That's my one day of the week where I actually go out and do something. I usually hit the brewery because they've got a taco special on Fridays. It's my socializing day. It's a day to get out and have fun, and I pick up a growler or a beer for the weekend usually. And then within that time frame, if I have good days, I try and jump over to the property and do some work every single day. And then day is over by about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. I'm back home. I've got dinner fixed up, relaxing, maybe having a pint, glass of wine or something, and then I'm done for the day. And I got to get up and do it all again the next day. The nice thing is I work Monday through Friday, so I do have weekends off. So Friday when I get done, I don't really get much done on the property, but I have all day Saturday and most of Sunday to get some work done out there. So hopefully we'll have some more videos of actual progress on the property going forward. I will tell you a couple other things about the cabin. I've kind of settled on the fact that it's going to be 16 by 24. And I know that doesn't sound very big, but 16 by 24 gives me plenty of room for a full-size bathroom and a full-size kitchen on the back part of the house. The front part of the house will be like a living room, where I'll have a little table and everything else to eat and all that fun stuff, with a staircase that goes up the side, and that will go to a loft that will be 16 feet wide by at least, I'm thinking at this point, maybe 16 feet deep, and it'll be an open loft. So the ceilings on the downstairs right now, I'm leaning towards 12 foot tall. That will give me a regular standard 8-foot ceiling in the kitchen with an extra 4 feet up for the loft. And then, so, imagine, just kind of imagine 4 feet tall, and then the pitch of the roof will start, which will give me a lot more usable room upstairs. Eventually, I will also build another bedroom on the main floor on the outside. But for right now, 16 by 24 seems to be the way I'm going to go, and it's all going to be 2x6 construction. Stick frame. Originally, I wanted to do a log cabin, but there's just no way that I'm going to go ahead and be able to find big enough trees up here. And again, I don't want to buy the logs. I don't want to finance this thing. I'd like it to be all cash when I'm done. So, I'm going to build a cabin. The cabin's going to be dry for at least the first year. I'm going to put in a solar system. It's going to be a 24-volt solar system because that'll be easier to run the well pump. It'll be a 4-kilowatt system. It's going to cost me roughly $7,000 to do that system. But it will cost me $40,000 to bring power in from our local power provider here, which is HEA, Homer Electric Association. And I don't want to go that route because I sure the resale value would be better, but I don't ever plan on selling this place, and I'll end up with a monthly bill, and I don't want to end up with a monthly bill. So some other things about Alaska. Let me see. July is going to be an interesting month because that's when the sockeye salmon hit. Usually the second week of July, the sockeyes hit the river, the reds, and fishing is just ridiculous and off the hook. And this year I'm going to try and catch and smoke quite a few fish. There are actually some sockeye in the river now, and I've gone out and picked up the last of the stuff that I need to get myself updated for fishing for this year. Some new hooks, some new yarn. It's a different style of fishing than, it's not like you're fishing for trout or you're fishing for, bass or anything like that. You don't use a lure. You just use a hook with basically an artificial lure. It's basically just a hook with a string of yarn tied to it for some color. You cast it out at a 90-degree angle from you, and you let it float down the river, and it's not very far, and it's not very deep. And then at the end, you just kind of bring it back into you, and you're catching, there's so many fish in the river that you're basically hooking them in the mouth. And without a mouth hook, you got to throw them back. So I do pretty well at it. I'm looking forward to doing it again here in July. So that'll keep me pretty busy along with everything else that I'm doing. So I don't know how far I'm going to get this year. Bear with me. But I do plan on doing some more shorter videos of different things around the area. So I kind of went long on the last two videos. They got longer and longer. This one's going to be a shorter video. I'm going to try and keep to about a 15-minute update unless I've got some serious project stuff going on. At the end of this video here, I'll go ahead and I'll show you the floor plan I have drawn up. Just the picture of it. Understand that when you're looking at it on the right-hand side of the picture, that will be the side that faces south for the sun exposure. The pitch of the roof is going to be 12-12, so the solar panel will be that way. So I'll have some windows, more windows on that side than I actually have drawn in at this point right now. Because that will be where I can get my morning sunlight, and eventually that'll also be the side of the house where I'll have the bedroom built, the extra bedroom. In the beginning, I'm planning a deck that'll wrap around the front part of the house, and that south side of the house, it'll be covered. And then that way, I've got a nice place to sit out and relax on those nice warm evenings like we have right now. What else? Thunderstorms. Had quite a few of them lately. Got a couple of fires going on up here in Alaska. There was 5 lightning strike fires started. There's one that's, I think, at 2,000 acres now, and they were gonna they like to let these burn, but I think that one is about 3 miles from the Sterling Highway, and they're talking now about getting out there and putting a plan together to put it out because it's getting a little bigger than they're comfortable with. Where I live here in Funny River, we had a really big fire a couple of years ago, and they were a little, I want to say a little lax in getting that one under control, and we all got evacuated. So, for those of you in Northern California where I grew up, we're no stranger to forest fires. We've had them our whole lives, and most of us have been evacuated multiple times. So I've always got a go bag, and I'm always set and ready to rumble with all the important stuff. That's about all I got for you this week. I'll post the picture there at the end with the floor plan. I hope you like the music that I found. All the music that I'm using right now is courtesy of YouTube's actual music playlist, where you can download the music for free, and then that way you don't get little nasty grams from YouTube saying, hey, this is not your music and you can't use it. That's it for me. Have a great week, guys. Sean in Alaska. See you on the next video next Wednesday. I will mention another website, and I'll put notes to it with a link down at the bottom. I've been watching a guy who's got a series called 50 Acres and a Cabin. A lot of fun. He's a little more detailed than I am. He's a little more form than function than I am. I'm more of a function than form guy. But he does incredible work, and it's a neat video to watch. He's got 50 acres on a hill in the middle of nowhere, and he's building a nice cabin with it. He's doing a great job. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check that out. That'll be in the link below. If you like the video podcast, or the vlog, I guess you'll call it, by all means, subscribe. Click that little button over there. Let me see. It'll be down over here. Click to subscribe, and then click the bell to get notified when the next video is available. And being as it is June 11th, I wanted to take a moment to wish my oldest daughter, Brianne, a happy 28th birthday. She's 28 years old today. Give her a call this morning while I was at work and got a chance to chat with her and the grandson a little bit. That's it, folks. Have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.